When the release in the system, ain't no telling what. They can laugh all they want to, but they getting paid. Magic City Monday. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, baby. Let's bring you out some quarantine content. From Hot Atlanta, home of the world. Live from Hot Atlanta, home of the world's most notorious strip club, the one, the only Magic City. Now, Magic City is known for a lot of things. But one thing they are known for more than anything else, and I just found out about this, is a little thing called Magic City Mondays. And on Magic City Mondays, they just get buck wild up in here. Okay? Go look at the videos, just go look at whatever, and you will see Magic City Mondays is notorious. So, what happens on Mondays is girls got to pay, typically the fee is anywhere from $10 for the girls got to pay $10 a dance at lunch, $30 for this day, or, up to $70. But on Monday, they got to pay $100. They got to pay a bill just to dance. Why? Because women know they're going to get paid on Monday because that's when all the ballers and all the dudes come out. But what happens when the world shuts down? We get COVID. We get coronavirus. Yeah, Blue Flame, the real spot, but brands matter. Brands matter. And Blue Flame may have better quality, but brands matter. And Magic City Mondays, Magic City has the name. When GQ calls you the world's most important strip club, that means something. But what happens when everybody's on social distancing, lockdown, can't go nowhere? See, a lot of times people are like, look at these broads, look at these, now they can't get no money, now they're gonna be stuck. Hold up. Now these chicks gonna be stuck. Do you know these dancers and these hustlers and these thoughts out there, hustling dudes and living on paycheck to paycheck. It's gonna be their time now. Now they're gonna be coming out of the woodwork to try to get with the decent dudes. And I can hear some of that. But let me tell you something. As a dude that's always enjoyed the game, you know what I love about the game? I love that there's one thing about people who actually get out here and make money is they don't let anything stop them. They take advantage of opportunities. They don't get all moralistic. What did I say? If you want to get ahead in this world, ultimately, you're going to have to be amoral, ruthless, and pragmatic. And you're witnessing that right now in Magic City. Magic City has found a way to not only survive, but thrive during this whole economic shutdown. How are you gonna run a strip club if people can't even come out and if people can't even gather? That's what everybody's been talking about. Well, now they're gonna be hungry. Now they're gonna do this. Now they're gonna do that. Man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Hustlers, and I'm gonna tell you, strippers are some of the best hustlers on the planet. Shout out to my strippers. Strippers are some of the best hustlers on the planet. I used to do a lot of business in the gentleman's club because I used to watch a lot of these women make thousands of dollars. We can sit back and laugh all you want to, but when I know that there are women who are making 200, 300, $400,000 a year dancing in Dallas, go to work and leave with $2,000 cash. How long does it take you to make $2,000 cash? I learned a lot from these women, and I learned the art of I learned a lot, the art of focus, the art of selling, the art of delayed gratification. So much I learned from strippers. But more into that another time. So tell you, don't turn your nose up. You can learn something. But on Magic City Mondays, what do you do when everybody's gone? When the clubs are closed? Well, Magic City has found a way to be open. It's called Magic City Live. And they are doing it right now on Instagram. We're going to watch a little bit of it because I'm going to tell you, this shit is hilarious. Let's have some fun with it. Let me get back in my frame. Where are we at? Let's see. I want to see that's Bootsy. Bootsy, baby.
Man, let me see your titties, man. I don't want to see your knees. Fat ass knees. I'm blocking you. Your fat knees. What's wrong with you, man? Lie today. Fat ass knees. She gonna do the stinking leg. Fat ass knees. I'm trying to see them titties. Looking nice, too. Oh, fat ass knees.
Bootsy crazy.
I'm trying to see some is on quarantine titty day.
I show you my titties.
Quarantine titty day. Oh, here's the better one. Here's the better.
Down, if you dig what I'm talking about. Yeah. Fuck with me, and I will set you free. We're gonna run through the city. And our best to get to suck on them titties.
Old school. Old school.
Old school trying to get down, if you dig what I'm talking about. Yeah. Fuck with me, and I will set you free. We're gonna run through the city. Best to get to suck on them titties.
Yeah. Man, y'all better learn something from these old school sugar daddy players.
Old school trying to get down.
Y'all can laugh all y'all want to, but this is what's going on. I'm gonna tell you something, boy. We can laugh all we want to, but there is something I would tell you. As a businessman, I learned a lot from strippers. I learned a lot from strippers. I learned a lot from entertainers. I'll just put it that way. I learned a lot from them. They couldn't teach you this at the Wharton School of Business. They couldn't teach you this at Fuqua. They couldn't teach you a lot of this stuff. And right now, I tell you right now, a lot of very savvy women are out there moving and trying to get saved right now. And whether we want to admit it or not, there are a lot of dudes out there going in their bank account, getting them a Corona bag. See, one thing on this side of the on YouTube is, especially in certain spaces, a lot of times y'all ain't really in touch with how the rest of the world is going. This is the extreme part of the internet over here. If you're online, if you're a single person out here right now, if you're a single man or a single woman, especially if you've been on any online dating site, you know, just like I know, your online traffic is going crazy. Over the last week and a half, I have more, hey babe, hey boo, hey big head, what's going on? Boy, please. If I were to turn this Tinder and Bumble around, women trying to actually get out here and make deals, I don't judge the times. I just act in the times. Just got a raise. Thank you. I don't judge the times. I just act in them. I've told you guys, you do what the opposite of the market. You better believe right now there are good deals being made out here. Go look at the price of gas. Look at the price of hotels. Look at the price of almost anything. Look at the price of food. The thing I'm using right now to make this video is called an Elgato Camlink 4. $129 HDMI to USB converter to make my webcam, make my DSLR camera be a webcam. 3 or 4 weeks ago, you go to any GameStop, any Best Buy, they're on the shelves. Go try to find one right now. They're gone. They're gone because people are having to figure out how to make money from home, do business from home. That's why I thought this was kind of funny. I was like, you know what? I wonder how many people really understand what is really going on. These broad needs that money. Broads need that. Women need money and men got it. So what did old school talk about? Old school. He said old school about to come through. Magic City. Do you realize if what you could get nowadays if you got cash? See, that's the benefit of being an older guy. So I say I laugh when a lot of these dudes talk about, oh, you a pedo, you this, you that. Man, shut the fuck up, sucker. You can't have no dude that don't. Anyway, let me not go down that path. If you can't outdo me, you can't. Leave it alone, kid. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Ho, what y'all talking about? Who's in here talking crazy, man? If a good stripper saved and invested her cash, they could stack a meal into. First off, don't come in here getting crazy with my peoples, man. I know everybody's been in their house and carrying on, but hey, man, don't come in here talking crazy to folks. I'm gonna tell you something. If you know the game, Sean, you in here? Let me tell you something. Any man in corporate America, you would do well to find a good stripper, a high-end stripper, or high-end escort, and invest about $5,000 into her and learn the game. The best money, some of the best money I ever spent in corporate America is down that path. I'm talking about 1% man game. I'm talking about 1% man game. My dude, Sean, I've told you this. Some of the best $5,000 into a high-end escort. I'm not talking about one of these street bunnies. I'm talking about a high-end, a woman that sees CEOs, executives, learning the game. I tell you, I love watching dancers go into a club and then break these dudes. And here's the thing, the dudes ain't getting broke. The dudes are getting what they want. See, I tell you, a lot of times over here, a lot of guys fret about spending $200 on a date. I wouldn't spend $200 on a date and take that like a badge of honor. Man, that's not how the rest of the world is getting down. Men are still out there taking women out, enjoying time with women. And you need to be more balanced in your approach. Because if a guy has far more than you does and he's getting something for his money, what's the harm? Fair exchange is no robbery. Fair exchange is no robbery. Angela Brown, I'm gonna tell you, boy, there was a reason when I was a young salesperson, I did not play golf. I didn't play golf like a lot of my counterparts, so I couldn't do business on a golf course, but I learned to do business in the strip clubs. And I was always in the top 10% everywhere I went because all my clients and potential prospects were used to guys taking them out to steak dinners, buying them cigars, scotch, and this. I take you into the men's club or the lodge. And then I have my friend Darian, or I have my friend Kelly, or my friend Kim sit down and have lunch with us. And they're saying, any friend of Kevin is a friend of mine. I love Kevin. You know Kevin, if you know Kevin, any friend of Kevin is a friend of mine. If you know Kevin, you got a golden ticket with me. And this guy's just sitting there like, well, great. You know how many contracts I've gotten signed in the lodge or in the men's club? And you know what I did? I gave the woman 10% of the contract value, face value. And please, this is how business gets done. That's why I call it Magic City Mondays. Get yourself a sugar daddy. There is business being transacted. And see, the thing is, we've gotten too we've gotten too highbrow in the way we approach the world. Look here, man. Why do they call it the oldest business, the world's oldest profession? Why do you think it's called the world's oldest profession? Because there's always men who are going to pay for it. It's always going to be women who's going to sell it. So if you understand women who can get money and men who have money, why do men with money tend to go into these places where they can have anything they want? Why do men with money go to no, the strip club is a black man's golf course. This ain't just black men. Every place I've talked about has been not black. The lodge, that's not black. The men's club, that's not black. I'm talking about the largest strip clubs in Dallas or Houston and Las Vegas. Crazy Horse, back in the day. Why do men with money go to these places? With men who could buy whatever they want, they go here. Why? BGS, they not knowing. They not knowing. See, this is what a lot of times I think a lot of these matrix-like spaces, we gotten too far to where it's almost like guys are like, I'm not doing anything for a woman. No, you don't do anything for a random woman. But if you know what you're getting, this is investments. Investing. And right now is a great time to buy low. I'll tell you what I mean by buying low. Tell you what I mean by buying low. Buy low, sell high. Y'all remember when I was in Atlanta and those women just rolled up on me in an ice cream spot? Buy low, sell high. Oh, BGS. Could you imagine the kind of trouble we would have gotten into if we had this kind of connectivity in the late 80s, early 90s? Oh my God. Adios, mijo, papi. The price is dropping. So let's talk about it. Ladies, you want a sugar daddy? Come on. I'm gonna tell you one thing though. I'm gonna just get real. This is an age restricted stream. That's why there's not a lot of people in here. Let me tell you one thing. If you ain't fine enough, stop trying to get a sugar daddy. I am tired of seeing you women who know good and doggone well. I mean, I'll just tell you what I mean. Recent conversation. Geez, that's been 3 more matches just that quick. Hey, how are you, handsome? Hey there. Hi there. Oh, yeah. Ooh, good morning. Ooh, I love a man in a suit. Hey. Ooh, do you want to be my quarantine bae? Hello. Dude, this is just this morning. Hey, Kevin. Wow. That's this morning. That's just this morning. That's one from one app. But let me tell you something. Ladies, you better go ahead and holler at Xanathos Clutch out there in Utah. You need to go ahead and put your bid in now. Xanathos, I'm trying to get saved. I'm looking for a sugar daddy. What's up? What kind of package you looking for? You looking for a sugar daddy? Then you're a sugar baby. Then he needs to know what he's getting in his package. You're looking for a mentor. Then you want to be a mentee. He needs to know what he's getting in his package. It ain't about, let me tell you something. A lot of you women, a lot of you, you can always tell a woman who's not good at this. I'll tell you how you can tell when they're not good at it, because their profiles always read the same. Here, I'm looking to be treated like a queen. That is a woman who has never been a sugar baby. That lets you know right there. If she says, I'm looking to be treated like a queen, she has never had a sponsor. She's never had a mentor. She's never had a sugar daddy. Pass her by, because they don't know how to negotiate. They're looking for a sucker. They're looking for a sucker. If it reads, I'm looking to be treated like a queen, and all races write this, that's code for I want to be a sugar baby, except I've not been vetted. I want to be a sugar baby, except I've never had anybody put me on the payroll. So I'm looking for a middle-class dude who doesn't know the ropes so I can sucker him in. Nope. Pass him by. You want to know how to know if a woman is really out here and about that life? Their profiles tend to read like this. I'm inquisitive and love to learn new things. Hopefully you can teach me. Looking for a generous older man who enjoys quality time. Generous older man, art, craft, travel, fine dining, those kind of things. Those are women that have likely had a sponsor. Treat me like a queen. Just another chick out here on dating apps trying to get somebody to save them. Don't waste your time with them. When you hear a woman talk about, I'm cultured, I'm classy, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm looking for a generous older man with whom to spend time, that's a woman who has likely already had at least one sponsor. That's where you start. Woo. That's where you start. Hope they're cool with competing, being on one. Hey man, Xanathos, trust me, you can get some great deals right now, because the average sugar baby would rather be one of 3 than waiting around to try to find a dude like you. They don't have time to get out here and float around like they do anymore. That's why if you smart and know where to look, you can find what you're looking for. So let's see. Let me read you another profile. Oh well. Looking for tricks? No, man. They're looking for tricks? No, man. What's a trick? See, I ask black men, what's the non-black, what do they call tricking outside the black community? what do white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, Middle Eastern men, what's the equivalent of tricking? That's black folk word. And we act like, I would say that brothers, you act like you should get it for free. And free is the most expensive thing in the world. I'm just tuning in. What happened? Pick any app. Pick any app. The point is, in 3 weeks, we've had a reset. In 3 weeks, we have gone and showed the difference between a man of means and a dude that's a homosexual. A dude that's just out here who's just a face guy and a guy who's got ability. See, the difference is if you are a well-balanced dude, if you have means and you have some swag and style, the market's open to you. The bottom line is this: the price of women are making deals. And I'm gonna ask this question. As somebody I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'll leave that one alone. Look here, man. A lot of you, 80% of my clients, not 80% of my clients, almost 100% of my clients, they want to have a woman in their life, some sort of woman. And I say, I want you to have a woman that's down for your program. I don't want you to get taken advantage of, but you're not going to end up you're not going to just find what you're looking for without getting out here. It is BGS clients. Pimps call them tricks. Thank you, Angelo. See, that pimp culture, and shout out to the P. Look, I mean, I grew up, my uncle was, I know the pimp and Mac culture very well. Got a lot of respect for that from a certain standpoint. But I will tell you that in corporate America, call girls, escorts, strippers, these kind of things are just ways of life. They are written into executive compensation packages as miscellaneous items. So I need you black men, honestly, to get this bullshit out of your head. Because you waste a lot of time talking about what you ain't gonna pay for, and you're paying for it. You're always paying for it. It's just how you pay. The craziest thing I heard was people talking about Game Changer. A dude named Game Changer at a $200 stove. I'm like, $200? Dude, my dinner was $45. Men with money don't worry. Men that really got it, they don't sweat $200. $200, I said it the other day. Men will gladly go out to dinner with a woman they know they're getting nothing from. And they don't care the least little bit that they're spending $300, $400 on dinner. I'm trying to say this nicely, but if you don't have it like that, anyway, let me leave that alone. Professor O, why are you on my channel, man? Let me help you out, man. I don't think this channel is for you. Your time and your reputation is worth more. There you go, BGS. This is why Amber Rose, I watched the video, the 17 men Amber Rose have been with, and they're all top 1% men. And the thing about wealth, money, and power is it's a club. Let me let you in on a secret. You can't work hard enough to make enough money to get in that club. You don't get in that money. You don't get in that club with your money alone. Your money gets you an invitation. You get in that world by the way you can handle yourself. I've been in the world and I wasn't making nearly the money. And what I'm trying to let you guys understand is right now, What are you using this time for? You should not be wasting this time. Don't be sitting up to act like it's a vacation. This is the time to strategize your life right now. When the market is down, when the price is low, when beautiful women are out there looking for a man, this is a time for you to restructure the pieces in your life. But don't come out of this thing you should come out of this thing learning a new language with some additional certifications. You damn sure better come out of here with some improved soft skills, because the jobs that are lost in this time aren't coming back. You're going to see a lot of qualified people out of jobs because they can do the task, but they can't do the soft skills portion. Companies are learning right now, without having to do anything, how to right size their business. In 2008, it happened. There were hundreds of thousands of white collar people who lost their jobs. Those jobs never came back. This is not the time to relax. This is the time to go all in on everything. I would suggest getting your money and getting your certifications, your skills, your training, your consult, your coaching. Now you have time. I'm guys are booking time with me because smart guys are saying, you know what? I normally work from here to here. Now I'm not working. Uh, can I get in right now? Because they're coming out of it. Woo, it's time to evolve. No, it's time to move. It is time to move. And here's the thing. One thing I love about sugar babies are around powerful men. A woman who's had a sugar daddy or a mentor, they already understand how to move. If you're going to have a woman on your side, I'd rather have a woman on my side that understands how to move in the world of power. A woman who understands the man who's making a certain amount of money and needs a top 5% man is going to have a wife and a mistress. And his mistress is going to have a mistress. What is soft skill? Oh, Jesus Christ. That ain't a question you should be asking me. What is a soft skill? Google it. Find out that kind of, see, that's the kind of stuff. Honestly, you shouldn't be asking those questions. This is a channel for grown damn men. If you don't know what it is, don't ask me. Go find out yourself. Because right now we're separating the haves from the have-nots. If you're a man right now and you can't survive, can you make a fire? Can you defend yourself? I mean, I love image because it's nature. And we're back to a state of nature. And sugar babies, I always look for sugar daddy. It was called a harem. It was called concubines. Monogamy, a woman in every house, that's a modern thing. Women always look for the most resources or a display of power. And right now is a good time to get deals. BG, right now is a good time to get deals. Now, I would tell you this, there are 122 people watching, 154 people watching. Of all this good information I've just given you, not one of you guys have donated anything. Okay. Not the regular people, the folks who are asking and wonder what the questions are. You got a questions? If you don't know these things, if you haven't been taught these things, this is the world that's before you. This is the world that's going on right around you. This is about money. This is about class. And money, class is about survival. Where do you fall in this whole thing? You can get into classes, money can get you around it. But the most certain way to get into a class is invitation. Why do you think that rich people tend to hang around other rich people? Individual men do not skip. It is not the norm for individual men to cross classes. You need a group. I'm meditating, reading various books about Forex trading course. I'm only 21. Tommy, let me tell you what you're doing 100% wrong. Let me tell you what you're doing 100% wrong. You spend money on stuff. You should be spending money on teachers. If all it took was a book and a course, then everybody would do it. One of the main things that middle class people do, in particular Black men, we don't do is we don't pay for knowledge. We don't pay for coaching and teaching. We always wanted to get it free, or we want to get it out of a book. Ain't no book gonna help you get what you need. And if you come to my channel, I've been talking about this over and over. Every time I hear guys talking about they buy books, I'm like, no, that has never been the way. You know what that does? That makes other people rich and keeps you out of the game because you're over there on the sideline reading a book. You have no context. You have no experience. It's just knowledge. I mean, just information. All right. Well, I don't need to teach the class. High level game. What's up from Finland? Evening, fam. Brothers on YouTube notifications are being shut down, especially in Black Manosphere. Nope. I actually limited this stream on purpose. I limited it to adults only. I limited it to my target audience because I was also doing an experiment. I wanted to see how the guys who are in the most targeted part of this, who say you want the knowledge the most, what are you going to do about it? Books only supplement knowledge. Thank you, BGS. Super chat is unavailable. Let's see. Well, I don't expect you to actually hit it, my friend. But the links that I want people to use are actually in the links that folks that actually use are already in the description. In the description. Now let's see. Now let us see. Here we go. There we go. Tommy, you said you know what direction you should go in? It should always be to find a teacher. Let me ask you. Um, Super chat's no good, but there are still other links. Let me explain to you this way. Let me take it out of YouTube because, and I really don't want to do this, but super chat is where I actually changed it to out of adult content. Let me explain this to you. And let me speak to men for a second. You have all the ability in the world. There are just a few things that are the reason so many of us don't get any further is because we don't hire coaches. We don't get teachers. Let me give you an example. Because oftentimes when you hear guys like myself say that, you think it's self-serving because I need your $3 or $5 or $10. Let me put it to you this way. In the 70s, Bruce Lee made Kung Fu hot in the United States. In the 70s, Kung Fu, karate, and Kung Fu movies were the thing. Guys everywhere were trying to learn Kung Fu. Everywhere. And you started seeing guys watching Kung Fu movies, trying to imitate the moves. Boys on the playground, wah, wah, I'm Bruce Lee. People were going to cut off, brooms, cut a broom in half, cut the broom, and then to put a string on each end and have nunchucks. And they were just making up stuff. But here's the thing. And to the untrained eye, a lot of guys look like they knew martial arts. However, when they got into an actual fight, the truth showed that they were unprepared. They would get their butt beat. If you wanted to truly learn martial arts, you had to go get taught by an instructor in class or one-on-one. This is the way it has always been. You can look at a Billy Blanks, you can look at Taibo, you can read books of martial arts, but you don't understand what you're looking at. You don't understand that your hips have to move a certain way or corkscrew power. You just don't get it. A book, a course is always the icing. It is never the cake. It is a supplement. But why do so many, especially us, we want to go get the supplement because we want to go the cheap way? And we spend more time trying to go, instead of just saying, I'm going to spend thousands of dollars to get somebody to teach me the right way. Everyone has to have a coach. Sean Rucker, what's going on? You got to have a coach. I have a coach. I have a coach and a mentor. I've had a coach since 25. It's a part of my budget. The best thing you can do right now is actually have a coach, and the coach should be directing you to the books and the supplemental stuff. But here's something else a coach and a mentor will do for you. After you've learned the knowledge, coaches and mentors know people. If you are out here with all this new knowledge, you still need someone to give you an opportunity, a job, a shot, or whatever. But let's say someone like Sean. Let's say I'm coaching Sean. Well, if I'm coaching Sean and I'm coaching a lot of other people, it's a lot easier for me to take my Sean contact and put it with my Jason contact and let them do business because they have me in common. See, it's the people dynamic. It's the business dynamic. Coaches require money. People look at people and say, where do they spend their money? Did he spend his money on a coach? Then that's somebody I want to do business with. Did he not spend his money on a coach? He tried to do it the shortcut way? Okay. I don't want to do business out of the shortcuts. Angelo, appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Fire game, cold face.
I will tell you this. During this shutdown time, especially to my white collar business guys, in your city, I've done this myself. There is a high, you can't go into the clubs right now, but I tell you, the knowledge you can be gained from knowing a high end dancers and high end escorts. Unfreaking real. Especially if you're in law, finance, um, real estate, uh, anything building. If you're in law, stockbroker, financier, real estate, you don't see a bunch of rich guys with ugly, especially when they get starter wise. Just look at what network with high-end automobile salespeople. See how this is worth its weight in gold right here. Knowing where to go and knowing what to look for is the advantage of actually having a coach. And when I look and talk about a sugar baby edition, look, man, women, bona fide sugar babies, women who have actually had at least one sponsor, there's some things a lot of you guys can learn about this game. And you cannot look at it through the dating and mating thing. You cannot look at it that way. It is not that. It is a coach. She's your coach in a lot of ways. When I actually sat down with a lot of women who I knew who were dancers at the lodge club, dancers at the men's club and at the lodge, I learned a lot about the mind of middle management and executive management men. There's no way in the world I would have been able to, well, I wouldn't say that. The knowledge I gained from those women and how they handled their executive and their middle management clients, the money I spent on them was a steal. Better than any university program ever. Because what a university won't tell you is how to deal with the psychology of a decision maker. Deal with the ego of a decision maker. That is what a lot of these particular women do. They manage these guys' emotions. And these guys are happy to pay them $30,000 to $50,000 a year to be their side piece. Let me say that again. Let's talk about it. How much does an entry-level sugar baby make? How much does an entry-level sugar baby make? Okay. She's in an NFL city. She's in an international city. She's 23. She's 23 years old, college educated. She is a 8.5 or 9. She's in New York City or an LA 8 or 9. She's got a degree. She's in great shape. She's cultured. I mean, we're not talking about a ratchet chick. We're not talking about a trailer park trash. We're talking about a woman who you could take to the governor's ball. How much do you think these women make on average from one man a year? I want to see how much do you think they make from one guy? 15K a month? No, that's too much. No, for one man, from one man. What I'm asking you is how much do you think they're getting from one sugar daddy? Now in LA or New York City, the numbers have to jump up. But let's say around in the Atlanta area, 2,500 to $4,000, anywhere from $500 a week to $1,000 a week. That's a broad range, but it's pretty broad here. $500 to $1,000 a week. So on the low end, that's $2,500 a week. That's $24,000 a year, tax free. $1,000 a week, that's $48,000 tax free. If you split the difference, that's $36,000 a year tax free. Okay. 36. So let's take the split the difference. Let's say you have a $3,000 a month sugar baby for one guy. Okay. The average sugar baby has 2, possibly 3 sponsors. Okay. So multiply whatever they're getting times 3. So if she's making 24, that puts her up to 72. If she's making 48, that puts her up to almost 150. When she's making 36, that puts her at over $100,000 a year at 23. And what's her job? To see these guys an average of once a week. And she's having sex with probably at least 2 of them. High-end, really adept sugar babies, depending upon what they negotiate up front, believe it or not, I know it's going to be hard for a lot of guys to believe, but I would say 50% of the guys that these sugar babies see are not having sex with these women. They are not having it, and they don't. This is going to be hard for guys to wrap their mind around, but I just need you to listen to what I'm about to say. The guys aren't having sex because some of these guys have girlfriends, wives, or significant other, and they feel like they'd be cheating on their wife having sex with these. Some guys don't want to have sex with them. They pay them the same, but they almost pay the same rate. Sometimes the girl will put them off and say, you have to wait 90 days. Sex is not the motivation for the sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship. I don't understand if a lot of guys understand that. Sex is not the motivation for the sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship. It never has been. If you're a man and you can spend $2,000 a month in, month out, on your sugar baby, and understand, what is that? You could spend it taking her out to a meal. She's going out with you. You buy her a pair of shoes, a purse. There's all kind of arrangements. Some girls have preloaded cards. Some girls have their own credit card. I mean, look, her job is to manage his emotions. I know sugar babies who want to sleep with the guy, and he doesn't want to. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fall for her. She is my muse, and I just like to have them around. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Dapper and Raw. Men of this category tend to like to have beautiful women like this around because it inspires their creativity. Beautiful women like this the return on investment is difficult to quantify, but it's there. Some of these relationships are short term, 3 months. I mean, think about it, 3 months for a $2,000 a month girl. That's $6,000. What are you getting for your $6,000? They're getting, I can tell you, the guys who do this don't feel like they're not. I've yet to meet a sugar daddy who feels like he's being cheated. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know guys who are spending 5 figures on women. Now, 5-figure relationships um, tend to the larger the monthly commitment, the fewer men that they tend to see. But here's the other thing: you have women who guys want to give them significant monthly contributions, but they don't want the significant thing for him because they don't want all the money coming from one man. But this isn't the middle class world. So if people are spending this kind of money, you don't hear anybody taking anybody to court. You don't hear anybody making videos talk about my sugar baby, you know, uh, raked me over the coals. You don't hear any of that. Find me videos of men being upset with their sugar babies. Why? Guys are getting something for their money. He said, I just thought sugar baby meant sex, a beautiful woman. Oh, no, no. No, man, let me tell you something. Honestly, some of the best sugar baby, sugar baby is a new age term for a young escort. Back in the escorts, true escorts meant you hired a woman and you took her with you to an event or whatever. And whatever happened between two consenting adults. But I need you guys to ask yourself a question. Have you ever gone out with a woman and you actually enjoyed the evening out? You had good conversation about a variety of topics. Have you ever gone and spent any time with a woman to where the sex was just the add-on? It wasn't the end goal. And unfortunately, so many guys haven't. So it's like, well, why am I spending any time with a woman if there's going to be sex involved? I get that. I'm not saying that, I'm saying that in the hookup culture, a lot has been missing. And in life, you could eat, but a meal requires flavor. Life is to be enjoyed, not survived. In the Matrix, they had that little sludge stuff. It kept them going, but did it have any taste? How is your life tasting? And see, men with passions, desires, look at the videos I've made. Unleash your inner artist. Take care of yourself. Get interesting hobbies. All these things are striking to get guys to be more creative. Unleash your mind. Stop being so regimented. Open yourself up. Express yourself. That's your creative side. And that is the stuff that tends to draw the kind and caliber of women that you claim to be interested in. And they're interested in that. Your money, your resources, that's not the number one thing. Now, sugar baby, sugar daddies, all that other stuff, they understand where they're coming from. It's money first. And that's the most beautiful thing. I'll tell you, when I was really in part of this life, it was Richard Gere on Pretty Woman, $3,000 for the weekend, and I will let you go. These guys would have some of the best weekends with women because they understood what they were getting. She was walking away with a stack. He was having a good weekend. They didn't have any ulterior motives, and they both left and went their separate ways. See, when I made the video adult only, it limited the. So I have it. I have the panel open. I'll start answering some questions for people. If you're interested in, if you want to talk about sugar baby, sugar daddy kind of stuff, go ahead. Man or woman, I'll answer some questions. But what I'm going to ask you guys is, this is the particular subject matter I've chosen to speak about. Be respectful of my topic. Well, you're going to spend $175 for a little dinner with two nice line college women. I like them. I can't lie. I don't understand. Let me tell you something. Mace, I guarantee you this. In a non-coronavirus summer, or fall, say this fall, if you would go to a business function, let's say you go to go to a business function, a game, an art exhibit, someplace where the top 10% go, and you go single, check out how people respond to you. Then you go to the same kind of caliber event and you go with a beautiful woman and an 8.5 or a 9 on your arm. And this woman is an escort, college educated escort, cultured, classy. And you watch the difference in how you will be treated by men and women alike. If you hire her for 2 hours, tell me to return. It's because he only makes on it. What are you talking about? Well, you send you send $175 for a little dinner for two nice, young, cute women in college. I like them young. I can't lie. I don't get it. No, don't worry about it, Brandon. This has nothing to do with what I do. This is just a one-off stream. Do I offer any type of Skype or phone consultations? Yeah. I'm an image consultant and a life coach. Depends on what it is you're trying to discuss. I tend not to just, anyway. There's a lot of sugar babies at Follies on Buford. Yes. See, the funny thing is, before I started dealing around in the, like I said, as a young startup sales rep, I didn't play golf. So I had to figure out a way to even the playing field with my competitors who play golf. They could take clients out for a round of golf. I couldn't. So I wasn't going to continue to lose business because I didn't play golf. And one day in a strip club, during lunchtime, I saw a lot of people who I would see downtown in the strip club. They weren't there at night or on the weekends. They were there during lunch. So I started hanging out in the high-end strip clubs during lunch. And you were having prime rib and roast beef and shrimp and crab legs and huge, huge buffets for $8. Wait a minute. I can go get prime rib, shrimp, crab, the entire buffet for $8 to $12. Sit down and watch beautiful women dance or go to Chick-fil-A. $10 for prime rib, asparagus, salad, drink. and beautiful women dancing, or $7.50 to sit in line in the heated Chick-fil-A and get lemonade. Hmm. What will I take? I'll take the titties, please. And as I started to look around, I started to see all these guys in shirt and tie and jacket. And I'm like, I started to see people just like myself. I'm like, why they drive all the way down from downtown? I can make my own, I can have a late lunch. But then I started talking to some of the girls and they said, oh yeah, one thing led to another. I was in the game. In the game. It is not what you know, guys. It is who you know and your soft skills. My ability to talk to those dancers, get them to open up, to get them to tell me how they had their clients, how Darian told me, yeah, I work on this day and this day, and my clients know I work on these days. Darian told me I only come to work 2 days a week because I only have to. I come to work from 11 to 3 o'clock, and she was making $1,500 a shift, $3,000 a week working 2 days. How'd you do that, Darian? You didn't just get up on the stage and dance for tips. No, she would call this guy and that guy, and they'd know that they could only see Darian between 11 and 3 on Tuesday or Thursday. And Darian will keep a list of her clients, just like I kept a list in my book. I found out that she was actually doing a lot of the same work that I was doing. So I'm like, huh.
Late birthday present. Using this time wisely to retool. Kevin, I respect your grind, effort, and content in 2020.
Appreciate it, my friend. So turns out that these women were master salespeople. And they would add more people to their funnel. And I'm like, well, Darren, do you ever see a guy outside? I mean, if a guy only sees you Tuesday and Thursday, she's like, yeah, they always are trying to get me to see me outside the club. Sometimes, and usually she wouldn't, because she said, if I see him outside the club once, he'll always want to see. Then I'll stop making any money. Then I started to find out that some of the girls actually did see guys outside the club as a sugar baby. Some left the club and became escorts. But it was all high level stuff. See, I think we get it confused looking at low end, tatted up, twerking, dropping it like it's hot strippers. And that ain't what this is. You would never know a lot of these women because you look at them, they're going to Lululemon, they're going to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and they just look like a suburban wife. They're not all going, they don't look stripper. Wow, this is deep. I'm talking the high-end strip club new. Yeah. He said, I'm talking to, yep. Yeah, it was solid deals, man. Solid deals. If you're going to be a salesperson, honestly, I would not, there's no way I would become a salesperson today and not do business in a strip club, in a gentleman's club. Gentleman's club is different than strip club. I mean, you're doing business between the hours of 11 and 3. You're meeting clients there. You're taking clients with you. And see, after the rush hours, if you take a client and say, meet me for lunch at the men's club at 1 o'clock, the rush is gone. So that means the dancers can sit down at the tables with you and spend more time with your prospect. And whatever happens, happens, man. And here's the thing, I mean, make that clear. Nothing happens sexually in the club. None of that happens. These girls were not being pimped out for sexual favors. No, nope. Now, I'm not going to say that sometimes those two people decide, but whatever they did weeks or months later, that wasn't the point. Uh, who is that? How do I pronounce your name? Levian.
Hey Kevin, let me edit my name real quick.
What's your last name?
Manny.
What do you got for me?
I'm from DC, man, and I just definitely agree with you. I've been in they have a new MGM that opened up, and when you go out late nights, Sundays, sometimes you have these women who are there, and they're very intelligent, very articulate, and they know how to they know how to impress.
Mm-hmm.
know, and men don't realize how much business gets done in these types of environments. I knew a lot of high real estate guys back in the 2000s, and primarily they were in those environments you're talking about, such as strip clubs and gentlemen's clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
that's
said
how they got a lot of their business.
you said you're in DC?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. You are in the only place that's hotter than DC is Vegas, but Vegas is situational. There is so much business with escorts that goes on in DC. You really, I mean, because think about it. You're a congressperson or you're a senator. You can't afford to go have an affair or do something like that with a stranger. You have to have someone who's been vetted by uh I won't say the Secret Service, but who's been vetted because you can't afford a what? A scandal. Women that have already been vetted make a lot of money. That's why you find a lot of sugar babies and things like that go to DC because that's where a lot of powerful men with money who are looking for um, confidentiality hang out. So, yeah, this is not new. This is crazy that a lot of guys don't seem to get this. How old are
And
you?
I am 34.
There you go. Go ahead.
And some of them actually moved from New York to DC.
Mm-hmm.
And people have it misconstrued that, you were talking about, I know you did the stream last time about doing more cooking classes, going out.
Mm-hmm.
And these types of women, for us men who are not as familiar with these things, they will actually be glad to expose you to some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know a young lady who moved from New York. We met during the Congressional Black Caucus, and we met and we've hung out. It's not that type of relationship, but
Yeah.
she's always trying to do something. Oh, let's go to the opera. Let's go to there's an art gallery show. Let's
So
go
you mean
check
it's not a
that out.
sexual relationship?
It's not,
And that, and
but
that and that's cool. See, I've said oftentimes that men need to have one cool female friend to really put you up on game. And that's what it sounds like you have. If she's trying to get you to always go out and do things,
absolutely.
how has that helped you become a more in your personal development?
It's helped me not become so rigid. I think sometimes we fall into this grind where it's just, okay, I'm going to look down and I'm going to wake up, and 10 years later, I'll have everything in my dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been teaching us guys like that's not how life happens. Life starts now. So
Mm-hmm.
what I've been trying to do personally is, use my relationships. I mean, I've had friends that I've reconsidered in my circle because they're actually about going out and showing
Mm-hmm.
their work rather
Mm-hmm.
than sitting home and talking about it.
There
You
you
know,
go. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm glad to hear that you're paying attention because a lot of times I think in these spaces, we discount women as just sex. And I will tell you that I love being around beautiful women. I love it. And they like being around me. I did that one video where those women came up to me in Atlanta when I was eating ice cream. Um, women can feel an energy from men who are willing to kind of get out and experiment and do things with them. And it doesn't have to end in sex. And here's the funny thing: the more you start doing that, the more you'll start to realize your luck with women will improve. I will tell you
And
that.
her friends, man. Like, I mean, we had a holiday party. In fact, I invited her,
Mm-hmm.
and she couldn't make it because she was having a private party.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me the video. And I love where I work, but I sat
Mm-hmm.
back. I was like, man. So some of these women, you see their friends, they're not with some bum
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6s. If they're a 9, they got at least eights and nines with them at any given time. So more exposure for guys.
Hey man, well, I'm glad to hear it, man. Keep me posted, man. Good stuff though. And take advantage of DC while you're there, though. Take advantage. I
Yeah, I
love.
just made the donation. I'm gonna follow up with you in the near future. So be on the
Sounds
lookout.
good, brother.
All
Thanks a
right,
lot.
appreciate it, Kev.
Later.
Bye.
Bye. See, guys. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna double down on that. It is far better to spend time with a woman with some sense, some class, some refinement, who you can either go someplace and have a nice meal with, go to the opera, go to a show, go to a concert, whatever. Rolling solo has its advantages, but there's something to be said when you are spending time with especially a beautiful woman, and it is not always sexual. I know that's a twist for a lot of guys because we're always thinking about, well, why would I spend time with a woman if I'm not going to smash? Um, I can't teach you everything, and there are some things you have to experience for yourself. Th- There, believe it or not, um, how do I want to put this? You're limiting your options. You're limiting your life by by putting all women into they're trying to get over on you kind of thing. Now, you know me. I have my views about a lot of this stuff, but there is one thing I have to say is marriage, relationships, building wealth, power, it's around. You can't do it by yourself. You need people. You need people. And if you have every man is not meant for rotation. I think less than 10% of men are really meant for that. 80+% of men are better off with a long-term committed or even short-term serial monogamy. But it's hard to get any momentum without any kind of long-term situation. So pick better. But just like I gave the example of, you'd be amazed at how quickly people are ended up moving up, getting further along in their lives when they're making a choice and saying, this is mine, she's mine, I'm hers, we're going together, and you just make your deal. There's always going to be a more attractive person. There's always going to look like something better, but rising together. Sugar P is in here. Yeah, Sugar P, everything ain't about sex. See, I would kick it with Sugar P. I would kick it with Sugar P. Sugar P and I could probably go. Matter of fact, if we don't, too bad we corona it. I could go down to Houston and hang out with Sugar P, and you guys would just love the content to see me and Sugar P cutting up in Houston. That in of itself is worth money. And there'll be plenty of people like, oh man, but y'all didn't hook up and da 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 da. Okay. Here's another thing. Let me say something else, guys. Let me take Sugar P out of this. Men who are discretion and the ability to keep your mouth closed is one of your best assets when dealing with women. Let me say this again. Your discretion and your ability to keep your mouth closed is one of your best assets for dealing with women, especially women of a certain caliber. When you are known for not kissing and telling, that means something. And then if you can also become known for being good with the ladies, that means something too. And if you have both of them, come on, man. One of the things women of a certain caliber, their reputation matters. And I've seen far too many of my friends and fraternity brothers blow opportunities with incredible women because they couldn't keep their mouth closed, because they lacked discretion. I've heard these women tell me, I would have got with your boy. We could have got together, but I couldn't risk it. Ladies, am I lying? Am I lying? I mean, am I know I'm not lying. Sugar P says she kick it with me too. Yeah, we'd have some good time. We'd have a good time. Let me also say something. When you are when now let's be real. If there is sexual attraction, but you take sex off the menu, now you're on a different level of something. Now you're on a different level of something. See, I would never say to guys, that you don't want to be attracted to people. But every relationship in your life does not, especially if you work in corporate America, you're going to deal with people that you're not going to be put in that category. This is the thing about soft skills. The ability to learn how to interact with a larger group of people ensures your survival. Because understand something right now, I need you guys to think how isolated you are right now. As we are in this social distancing, quarantine kind of thing, how many people have actually called and checked on you? Picked up the phone and said, how you doing? I mean, we're not going to work now. People are not, if you just completely went off the grid, who would know? Now what we're starting to see is how isolated we really are. I'm gonna tell you, every morning I wake up, I have people asking, how are you doing? How are you doing? What's going on? Homies, men and women. What's going on, P? Patrick is always coming through. Appreciate it. This is actual fact. Having control is the key as well. Appreciate it, Norm. Okay, Norm. I got that. You should get your confirmation email in a second. So let's talk, man. Cause
Sometimes silence speaks volumes. Awesome show like always.
yeah, I hope you come out of this whole thing with a renewed mind of what's possible. Like I tell the guys, life happens outside. You don't get anywhere by yourself. You need your rat pack, your guys, but then there are also women that need to be around also. So I did the broadcast that women are not your enemy. I very much believe in gender roles. But man, I don't want to sit around a bunch of dudes all the time. I mean, I want to go hunt and kill the dinosaur and catch the sharks and all that other shit. But man, I we can play John Madden football and do and fight and everything else. But man, if I'm gonna just be sitting around the house, man, I want something that look good, smells good, and is feminine with pretty eyes and sexy legs and lips. I mean, I'll see you in the morning, dog. But shit. I want to be around that. I mean, we can go out and conquer the world and all that shit tomorrow, and have a drink and smoke a cigar, man. But man, I want a lighted candle sitting up around that. I want, I mean, are you feeling me? And I think what this whole little reset is giving us a chance to do is sit back and then turn down the volume on some of these messages and talking points and really just kind of ask ourselves, what do we really want? Because I do not expect you to live my life. I expect you to enjoy your life. This year, I said, is about happiness. A happy life for me is a life well lived with people, of loved ones, and something to show. It's not just about acquiring money and this and that. It's about sharing stuff. Even when I just went to pick up my dinner, the restaurant that I went to, they know me, and just people are happy to see me. Legitimately happy to see me. You know when somebody's happy to see you. I want people to be happy to see you on a daily basis. And far too many of us, men, we don't have that. I mean, happy to see you. This is this is why so many men get a dog. Get something that's going to reattach you to get you out of that rigid, structured control thing. We got to get back to our creative, side. This is the perfect time to get a pet. When you come home, that dog is happy to see you. You know, I really, I had a dog for 13 years, from 5 to 18. After she died, that was real hard. But I was a bird person. But something should be happy to see you when you come home. Somebody should be happy to see you when you come home. So don't take this time off. Take this time to get better. Watch the content you watch. Try to bring, not try, do watch content that is going to actually speak to the better angels of your nature. We know the truth. We know our realities. I'm never going to ask you not to deal with the reality. I'm an image consultant. I deal with outcomes, the nature of people. It's always there. But the way I go into life is a choice. I choose to go into life looking for the better angels of our nature. And when you interact with people, it's messy. When I interact with men, there are conflicts, confusions, misunderstandings. Human beings, we're messy. When I interact with women, you've seen me on calls where I'll get into it with a woman because she's a woman, I'm a man. We're just different. But there's always a point in time in every conversation where things kind of start to just line up, either with a man or a woman. There's a point in time where we just kind of find our groove. And it's rough in parts of the conversation. Like, how did they ever? There have been people who call back to the show and we've gone at it. And you've seen people who call back because people instinctively can understand when somebody's really trying to meet them versus beat them down. So I'll even have people in the comment section like, you said this and you said that, but I'm like, yeah, but did you see that person? And we all need that. You need that. She needs that. He needs that. We need it from one another. So that's what I hope. I want you to come out of this better than you went into it. Don't waste this time. Super chat is not working. Yeah, it is. I got super chats in there. I have to disagree. Okay. Now, Anthony, you can disagree all you want to, but I have far more. Who are you? Call in, Anthony. This is what you do. You call in. You can disagree all you want to, but you're disagreeing based on what, an opinion? How old are you and what do you do? If you have a goal, accomplish it prior to establishing anything serious with anybody. Oh, poor thing. So according to Anthony, most successful people are isolationists. Ah, really? You have to either be very, very young. Most successful people are isolationists. Name me the single bachelor billionaires. See, a lot of times people just talk. But even just the anecdotal experience of your own life. Success Magazine is the largest repository of successful entrepreneurs ever collected in this country, and success has a formula. Success requires people because money making is a group activity. You don't get anything done in isolation. That is such a naive way of looking at stuff. Better to say you're not good at it than to try to make everybody believe that's true. Go to the 48 laws of power. Do not build a fortress around yourself. Isolation gets you nothing but isolated. You saw he didn't come. He didn't call in. This is what I tell people. Often, Elon Musk is single. Elon Musk was married. And Jesus Christ. Believe what you want. That's what I do. Okay, let me go ahead and help all you guys out. You guys can believe what you want.
Always good table talk. #respect.
Appreciate it. I swear, the internet has allowed people an opinion. And how much would you charge to do promo? How much would you charge to do? Send me an email. I don't tend to charge. I mean, if you want me to
Would you charge to do a promos for a fragrance line?
do me a favor, I don't really, if you want me to smell your fragrance, I'll gladly smell it, but I don't do promos for anything I don't believe in. So I just did a video about something that was sent to me. So let me tell you about Elon Musk and all this other kind of stuff. These guys don't like the fact that millionaires, billionaires, for the most part, are married people. And even when they get divorced, they get remarried. Just say you don't want to, but stop trying. There's the same people. Well, Mark Zuckerberg doesn't wear a suit. You guys sound ridiculous when you say stuff like this, because it's easy to disprove. All right, guys. I got to get up out of here. It's past midnight. Thank you guys for the show. Magic City Mondays. let's end it up by saying, let's see what old school has to say. This was crazy. Old school. I'm trying to get you saved. Man, I swear to God. You get nowhere by yourself. Magic City, Atlanta. Here we go.
If you dig what I'm talking about. Yeah. Fuck with me. And I will set you free. We're gonna run through the city. Do our best to get to suck on them titties.
Old school. Old school. Oh.
I show you my titties.
Man, let me see them titties, man. I almost
Oops.
let me see them
All
fat ass knees. I'm blocking you.
Boosie was tripping, man. All right, Magic City Money. Appreciate it, Chaos. That was cool. Oh, fuck with me, and I'ma set you free. Peace out, y'all. Later.